Namaste. Okay. Today we will take a closer look at the kneeling back bend called the Kapotasana. So it's a deep one, but if you work progressively, this is very possible. Even if you lack the flexibility, I started really low in the flexibility level. It took me a long time, but worth the wait. We will approach this tutorial from the anatomical alignment and then the corresponding breath as well as the movement. And we're going to blend them all together. Alright, so let's go straight to the foundation. So, Kapotasana, I would normally approach this with my knees hip width distance. Alright, not wide. Alright, because later on, as you do the back bend, the knees will inevitably open wider to make room for the hips to slightly go forward. Because if you start right away wide and you don't allow the lower spine to open, so there's a huge possibility that your hips will tuck under too fast too soon, and that's not good for the health of your lumbar spine. So you have to open the lower back first, and then to assist you do that is to keep your knees hip width or a bit narrow so you can draw upwards. So actually the tail would have to be somehow neutrally aligned. So you don't be tucking right away. So don't worry, the hips will just go forward, the tail will just scoop under forward the moment the rest of your upper spine goes slightly behind you. So that is the foundation. These are hip width. Alright, so the feet will play an important role as well, because later on as you do your back bend, so somehow you will find the need to access the lower back more. And actually what I find very useful is I will be using my toes and the tops of the feet to somehow catch the weight as I spin back. But don't overdo this. So it's good to know that your toes and your feet are there to assist you support your curling back. So because if you do this too much, the challenge is if you engage your feet too much, the hamstrings will contract, and that's not good as well. So just a little bit of that counterbalance later on. Alright, so that's what happens down the foundation. Alright, next would be the pelvis. Alright, so the pelvis, you don't want to be initiating the back bend by pushing this right away. So hips will just go forward. So an important or helpful technique that I use is to keep the fronts of the pelvis and the backs of the hips somehow neutrally open, especially in the entry. So the entry is very important because you want to create that long line first so you can access not just the upper back but also the spaces inside the hips and the lower back. And you can do that safely and progressively by actually rolling everything inward and then draw up. It's like inside what happens there. You want to access the space first. Left and right channel and then draw up. Because when you push the pelvis forward, example like that, to initiate the back bend, it looks externally that I'm extending back. But actually when you push the pelvis forward, what happens? The lower back contract because the weight of the body suddenly shifts back, and then the spine would have its own way of protecting the stability of the body by bouncing forward. So for example, you do this right away and you didn't create much space inside, the tendency your upper back will contract. And that's not also good for the health of your lumbar spine. That's actually where the pain and discomfort of the back bend comes from. When you push this too much, too fast, too soon, the hips will just go forward later on, right? So the fronts and the back would have to be somehow level and aligned, especially as you enter the position. So let's combine first the first two elements, and I will discuss the operation later on. All right, now, the thigh bones there would have to spiral inward, and then as you breathe through the spine up, everything coils inward and up. So like from the peripheries, you're gonna roll them in with the breath, of course, and you have to time this with the breath. Inhale. See that? So that one, like the inhalation will create that organic brace as the Uddiyana Bandha down on the inhalation. So as you inhale through the length of your spine inside, the muscles and everything inside the lower back will organically lift and then create more space down the bottom region of the spine. See? Alright, so I'm now pushing the pelvis forward. I just want to hang and just spin out. Like I want to do I want to create a traction inside the body, and that opens the lumbar region of the spine. And then you do that with your inhalation. Inhale. Good. And then when you exhale, I've discussed this before, the exhalation should be regulated, so you don't want to be exhaling too sudden, otherwise the body will drop. As you exhale, allow the air to exit the body slowly, so you create that organic brace as well, the Uddiyana Bandha down on the exhalation. What happens here? This is the more complicated part actually, because the upper spine, the chest, the thoracic is the least flexible. Yeah, because inside we have the vital organs. It's not quite efficient curling back. Actually, it's not very mobile. So I approach this part of my spine by actually freeing, whatever is prepping the spine to move, which include the arms and the upper back. The upper back, when you squeeze the shoulders back and down like that, you are restricting the spine from moving its full potential. So you have to lift this out of the space, out of the equation. So how do we do that? All right. So the arm bones, let me just set this aside. Yeah. So the arm bones will gently swing back as you lift the head of the arm bones up and towards the backs of the ear. Yeah, it's inhalation. Inhale. See what happens there when you do this action with the breath? Yeah, it lifts the heaviness of the upper back away from the lower spine and the mid spine. So you're not only creating space here, because if you do this, definitely this one would have to open up. Yeah, but also you create that space right at the back. So you are actually serving two purposes here. One is opening the front, and then the other one, you're lifting the heaviness of the upper back off the rest of your spine. All right, so breathing in. Good. Yeah, so as you exhale now, you don't want to be pulling and pushing the elbows down, the shoulders down. Why? Because if you do that, I'm not a proponent of pulling the shoulders back and down away from the ears, because if you force the shoulder down, the upper back will contract, and you are doing the opposite. You're not extending, you are contracting the upper spine. Looks like from the front, for example, you do this, down and back. Looks like in the front you're opening, but actually the back of the body contracts, and that's not also healthy for the health or for the length of your spine. So breathing in, a better way is breathing in. And as you exhale, instead of allowing the shoulders to drop, you're going to lift from the back. Exhale, forward and up. Good. That's so you didn't lose the space. Now, inhale, exhale. So like you're using your awareness now and the rest of the body to also create that lift when you exhale. All right. So then just progress with that action. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So as you move through the process, like you want to create more space by repeating the breath pattern and the corresponding action. All right, now here next. So the neck would have to open definitely. This is when the Jalandhara Bandha would have to be utilized very subtle and an inside. So the neck would have to open actually. So you don't want to be clenching your throat like that. Otherwise, if you clench the throat, your lower back will contract. So you need to open this as well. And then the collarbones go broad in front. But inside, as for example later on, when you feel that the lower back gets heavy, if you need to breathe a bit, so the throat, the Jalandhara Bandha inside would have its own way of recovering. And this is very helpful. This arm bone swing up and back, because the arm bones and some of the muscles here will create a gentle cushion for the neck, so you can ease a bit as you spin the weight of your body behind you. All right, so let's combine them all together. Now, so let's apply this first in the basic back bend called the Ustrasana, and then later on we will be progressing to the Kapotasana. All right, so the knees, let me angle so you can see. All right, breathing in, hang up, good. Exhale, lighten. Inhalation, exhalation. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then you will feel, the back will just naturally spin. Or in the Kapotasana or the Ustrasana, inhale, you will normally enter the position at the top of that inhalation. Inhale. Right, and then place your hands behind you. All right, don't push the pelvis forward. The hips will just naturally go forward as the upper back hangs slightly behind you. And then here, while you're holding it, you can actually repeat the process. Inhale, lighten a bit. Hang. Exhale, open this, widen the collarbones in front. If you feel the neck starts to feel heavy, the Jalandhara Bandha inside would have its own way of restoring the length by gently hollowing the throat but keep the chest open. Yeah, and then here, can you see? Yeah, somehow the upper back creates a gentle cushion, but later on you're going to let go of that cushion as well, so you can create more space in front. Good. Yeah, see? Yeah, nice and light, very open. Yeah, the hips, if you can see. All right. So the hips actually will not go too far from the alignment of the knees. Yeah, somehow they remain level. Yeah, and in that way you create this space here, which is the most healing in back bend. The moment your upper chest or the thoracic spine opens in the back bend, that's where the healing benefit of this asana is achieved. Now, when that becomes very light already, you can try and apply the principle in the Kapotasana. Alright? Let me angle again. Breathing in, coil in and up. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Throw this up. Breathing in, exhale, inhale. Head of the arms to the backs of the ear. Exhale. Alright, in here. External the arms. Alright, just place your hands like you want to cup the forehead. And then repeat the process. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Yeah, see my toes, see my feet. Yeah, inhale. As you inhale, you're going to use the toes to lift the weight of the body higher, but don't overdo it. Exhale, let go. Breathing in. Exhale. Yeah. Alright, then don't pull the elbows down. Keep lifting this off the upper back. Good. And then nice and light. Alright. External. Inhale. And then here, lightly place your fingers down the outer edges of the heels. Alright. And then reset. Alright. From here, yeah, lower down. Repeat the process again. Breathing in. Alright. When you're ready to descend, at the top of that inhalation, take a light, gentle kumbhaka. Inhale. And then place your elbows down the ground. Good. No pressure. Lower back feels so light inside. Yep. The sensation is nothing different from the entry itself. Yeah. In here, the low back is light. This one is very open. Alright. And then the lungs can breathe. Right. You can stay longer. This is where the healing benefit of the back bend is achieved. When the spine is fully open, the lungs can breathe, and there's no pressure inside the body. And then to come up, same, repeat the process in reverse. Breathing in. Alright, exhale, inhale, roll inward and up, all the way up. Inhale, inhale, and just place your hands in front. Good. Lower back feels light, yeah, but inside is really energized. So you're using really the inner dynamics of the core to open the body, yeah, from the inside and out. The physical expression, the external movement, they are all just a manifestation of the awareness. Your nervous system remembers the sensation, so you chase for that lightness, breathe through it, and yes, lower back. When the lower back feels light, the spine will just surrender fully. This is where it starts. Yeah, this is why it starts. You don't want to be muscling it. You don't want to be rushing the process. Although this technique will require plenty of time of mindful practice, because you really need to feel it from the origin of the element, which is down here. And of course the foundation, the breath. Alright, so try and apply that technique. Yeah, it will make a huge difference. It has helped me really crack through the deepest points of my body inside I never thought were there. Until the next tutorial. Namaste.